The teacher who died in 1974 but still calls my name from the locked classroom. 12, and why my attendance was marked before I ever entered the room. I'm a new teacher at an old countryside school, the kind with wooden floors that creak even when no one is walking. On my first week, I noticed something strange. Classroom 12 was always locked, always dark, and the windows were covered with yellowed newspapers from decades ago. When I asked the principal why, he simply said, "That room isn't used anymore. Just ignore it." But on Friday, one of my quietest students, Ethan, raised his hand and said, completely calmly, "Miss, the teacher from room 12 wants to see you." I laughed at first, but he didn't. He pointed toward the hallway, and when I looked, I saw a woman, thin, pale, with long white hair hanging past her shoulders, standing at the end of the corridor, staring at me. I stepped out, but the moment I blinked, she vanished. That night, unable to shake the feeling, I went back to school. Room 12's door, which was always locked, was slightly open. Inside, everything was frozen in time. Tiny desks, chalk dust, and an old wooden teacher's desk. On the desk sat a cracked photograph of a woman, the same woman I saw in the hall. The frame read, "Ms. Carter died while teaching, 1974. My heart dropped. Then I noticed an attendance book lying open. When I picked it up, dust fell off like it hadn't been touched in years. I flipped to the last page, and there was my name, written neatly, but in old ink. Next to it, a cold draft swept through the room. I turned around slowly. Miss Carter stood inches from me, her head tilted, eyes hollow, and in a soft, trembling whisper she said, "I've been waiting for my replacement. Class begins now."